The following is a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. This is Major League Baseball on SMSN. The following is a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. This is Major League Baseball on SMSN.
And good evening, everybody. Brian Snow here with you as tonight's Saturday Night Baseball takes precedence on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. It's the second of a three-game series between our Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros. The Astros scored 9 consecutive runs last night to win the game 9-5 and take the opener of the series and of this 7-game homestand. However, the Tampa Bay Rays did us a favor, and they beat the heck out of Cleveland 11-3. So the White Sox remain a game and a half in front of the Cleveland Guardians, which is huge because we see the Guardians early in August for a final 3-game series at Progressive Field. But tonight, it's Hunter Brown for the Astros and Sean Burke for the homestanding Chicago White Sox. Come on in, grab your popcorn, have a seat, and you're going to hear some and watch the Colortinis as the and watch the pictures as the sounds fly through the air. My name is Brian Snow, and we are so excited to bring this to you this evening. The White Sox will go with the white tops, white bottoms, black pinstripes, black numbers trimmed in silver, and the old school Chicago Giants of the Negro Leagues is the hat they will wear this evening as they look to bounce back tonight. And I'm going to be so excited to bring this to you. Will Venable is in contention for the American League Manager of the Year because I can guarantee you, except for me and a few others, no one expected the Chicago White Sox to be in this position, in first place in the American League Central and driving toward a playoff berth. It'll be their first since 2021. Sean Burke has taken the mound, the right-hander for the Chicago White Sox. And I'll tell you what, man, this is going to be fun tonight. I got somebody in the studio with me. We'll get to her in just a moment. Sean Burke beginning his warm-up tosses. Going to be a full house tonight at Rate Field on Chicago's South Side. And it's going to be a good one. Here is the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. Leading off the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Yordan Alvarez bats second. He's the DH. Isaac Paredes bats third at third base. Jose Altuve in the cleanup spot at second base. Lamonte Wade bats fifth in left field. Christian Walker sixth at first base. Yainer Diaz bats seventh. He'll catch. Lucas Spence bats eighth in center. Cam Smith will bat ninth in right field. Sean Burke on the mound, making his 17th start of the year, 112 and a third innings pitch, a 3.20 ERA. He has walked 34, struck out 120. And the pitch that he will use a lot is the four-seam fastball, as he uses that the most. Behind that, a knuckle curve, a slider, sinker, cutter, and changeup. But the fastball is his pitch. The knuckle curve is his out pitch. And as I said, this is going to be a fun one. Defensively for the White Sox, Sam Antonacci in left, Tristan Peters in center, Braden Montgomery is in right. Around the horn, third to first, Miguel El Tigre Vargas at third, Colson Montgomery at short, Chase Mydrop at second, Munetaka Murakami at first, and Edgar Carroll will catch the big right-hander Sean Burke. Houston goes gray tops, gray bottoms, blue numbers trimmed in orange, and we're ready to go from the south side. Sean Burke rocks into the windup, delivers his first pitch, a swing and a ground ball, base hit in the left field, and off we go from the south side at 6:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and Jeremy Pena continues his hot streak. Man, oh man. 78 degrees at first pitch, 74% humidity, winds 8 miles an hour and it'll go from right to left. And speaking of right, here's the big man, Yordan Alvarez. Shane Livensparger behind the plate, leading the umpiring crew this evening. And here's the big man, Yordan Alvarez, hitting at 327. The pitch, high and wide, ball one with a fastball. Alvarez at 327, 34 homers. He's driven in 77. He leads the league. He leads the American League in home runs. Burke from the set position. The kick on the 1-0 pitch is a knuckle curveball down, and the count is 2-0. 2-0 the count to Yordan Alvarez. And we got some chatters. We'll get to them in a minute. Let us know where you are watching and or listening from, and we'll be happy to say hi to you. The pitch, a swing and a pop-up. On the infield, it is, who's got it? It's Colson. It is Miguel Vargas, and the ball drops. But they'll get the force at second because Pena was so sure that it would be caught. The infield fly rule in effect. So Alvarez is out, and there's one out in the first. That's the one thing about an infield fly rule. You have to wait as a runner to see if it will drop, and you still can be forced at second. Here's Isaac Paredes hitting at 261 with one out and Pena on at first. The pitch, swinging a ground ball foul, third base side, and the count's 0-1. One strike to count. Burke comes set. And the pitch on the way. A knuckle curve that bounces away, and Pena will head for second. And it is Delusive Dude that is in here. That Sox game actually killed me yesterday. Me too, man. Me too. There's an Empress in here that says, Dad, I'm bored.
Hi.
How you doing?
Well, like you said, I was bored.
Yep.
So I infiltrated the studio.
I see that. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Another knuckle curve. This young lady that you hear is my daughter from across the pond. She appears on Snowman in the morning. She's actually one of the regular panelists. She's the leader of Uma Tuesdays, and we're bringing that back. We're working out a schedule for that. This is Genevieve Yoso, who is hanging out with me tonight.
Hello.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and Burke steps off the mound. Sean Burke, Delusive Dude, has indeed been phenomenal. In his last 3 starts, he has an 0.82 ERA. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burke from the set position looks at second. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 down in the inning. Fastball right down the middle. And there are 2 outs in the top of the first. Now, why are you so bored? Wait, don't answer that.
I'm going to answer it anyway.
I know you are. You're my kid.
I'm gonna answer it anyway. I just
Here's the pitch from Altuve. A swing and a bouncer to third. Vargas up with it. The long toss to first is in time. And the leadoff hit does nothing. She'll give her answer after the break. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one left. To the bottom of the first. Astros nothing, and the White Sox coming to bat on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a...
Sam Antonacci, Munataka Murakami, Miguel Vargas, Colson Montgomery, Brayton Montgomery, Tristan Peters, Chase Mydroth, and Edgar Kettle. Your batting order for the White Sox. Hunter Brown making his 9th start of the year. He has pitched 40 innings, has an ERA of 4.05, walked 28, struck out 43. And the big right-hander for the Houston Astros is ready to go, as the Astros, as mentioned, are in their road gray uniforms. His main pitch is a fastball as well, averaging just about 96 miles an hour. And that's fast. Hunter Brown from the chest high windup delivers to the rookie a fastball strike with a fastball. And I can't believe I just did that twice. Counts 0-1. Sam Antonacci hitting at 281, 7 homers. He's driven in 30. I'm so excited to get back behind the microphone. I fumbled my words. Not the first time. The 0-1 to Sam. Slashed foul to the left. And the count is 0-2. The count. If you want to know everything about me, just go watch the birthday special we did last Tuesday.
That was fun.
That was a blast. The 0-2 fastball fun. Outside, and the count's 1-2. That was great having you guys in here. Jody couldn't make it because she was sicker than a dog, dealing with a stomach issue. She's feeling better now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first. From the windup, the 1-2. Swinging a foul at the plate with a knuckle curve. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. You know what else I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for football season when you start hanging out with us. I'm waiting for football season when you start hanging out with us.
That's when you're starting the new time changes, right?
Yep.
So just so you can make sure I actually am able to come and join you.
Yep. 1-2 pitch, knuckle curve down, and the count is 2-2.
Hey, really desperate for me to reclaim my title, huh?
No, because I'm gonna kick your butt. Actually,
Dream
I changed that.
On.
I changed that. Your mother's gonna kick your butt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and you two tied last year. The windup and the 2-2 to Sam. A swing and a drive in the right center field. Right fielder circling under it. What a catch! Cam Smith leans out and makes the catch. Hang a star on that one. 1 down in the first. This inning is brought to you by Genevieve Yoso's Fences, the best fences for football.
Oh my God. Stop.
Here's Munetaka Murakami hitting at 231. The pitch, knuckle curve low and inside for ball one. One strike, one ball the count. 231 hitting at 231, 20 homers, 42 RBIs. All repetitions. The pitch, knuckle curve for a strike, and the count's even 1-1. I hope to have Genevieve hanging with me for another playoff game.
Oh.
So we can have another bet.
Oh God.
The pitch on the way, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve, and the count's 1-2. And I'm doing that just to mess with you. I don't expect us to make a bet for the playoffs this year, because that one for the Denver game was on a total whim, folks. On a total whim. So I'm letting her off the hook. 1-2 the count. The kick and the pitch. Fastball, strike three called right down the middle, and Murakami knew it. Second out of the inning, Luna Mooney is with us with the White Sox logo represented. Astros defense, Wade, Spence, and Smith, left to right in the outfield. Paredes, Pena, Altuve, and Walker, third to first. Yainer Diaz behind the plate. If you're a White Sox fan and looking for more White Sox coverage during the second half of this season and beyond, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a donation if you can. The pitch popped up by El Tigre Vargas into center field, and the catch is made, and the inning is over. White Sox go up and out in order, 1, 2, 3. Jen set a timer for me. At the end of one, no score. Back with the second after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by Authority as we begin the second inning with a slider from Sean Burke to Lamonte Wade for strike one. Presented by Authority of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network, intended solely for the private use of its audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or any of use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the express written consent of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network, as that is tapped to third and stick it in your back pocket. Infield hit for Lamonte Wade. I think I got the breaks time down now, so I think I can shorten them to 1:30 instead of like 2 minutes like I have these ones here. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
I was going to take my final CDL test today. Never got a chance to take it. Why? Computer glitches. Here's Christian Walker hitting at 233. Here's the pitch. roped foul down the left field line for strike one. Walker at 233, 20 homers. He's driven in 61. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make Genevieve a jersey with whatever her favorite number is. I'm going to make her I'm going to have a Broncos jersey made for her with whatever her favorite number is. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball right on the corner. Take a look.
I tell him my favorite number can't be made into a jersey.
Oh, no.
It's 5 digits.
And? Who do you think you're talking to? 0-2 to Walker, as they did say he swing. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul. And we'll do it again. Two hits for the Astros, none for the White Sox, as we're in the top of the second inning. The pitch, knuckle curve low, and Wade says, I'm not going anywhere. And the count's 1-2, so they'll switch baseballs there. We can shorten 5 digits to 2 digits just to mess with you. Nothing.
But then the digits lose its entire meaning.
No, they won't. Trust me.
Yeah, it will. It actually will.
1-2. Will. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Second strikeout for Sean Burke, and there's one out in the second. I think I finally got a handle on this streaming thing. I got to get a hold of Lazarus, because I have some questions for her.
About your new PC?
Yep.
When is that coming, by the way?
That's why I need to get a hold of her. I need to know when it's coming so I can surprise the bride. The first pitch to Yanner Diaz is low on a knuckle curve for ball 1. Yanner Diaz hitting at 238, 6 homers. He's driven in 23. Batting in the 7th spot this evening. As mentioned, Astros 2 hits. White Sox went up and down in order in the top of the first. In the bottom of the first, I beg your pardon. Jeez Louise. The 1-0 is a sinker inside. And the count's 2-0. Doing alternative play-by-play this way gives me a different view of the pitches. So when I do get really back in the booth, I can call them correctly. 2-0 the count to Yanner Diaz. The pitch on the way, a swing and a pop-up into center field. Braden Montgomery in right field comes on to make the catch, and there's 2 out in the second. Since June 18th, Sean Burke has a 32% strikeout percentage, and he leaves 99% of runners on base, like he did in the top of the first. Welcome all to our White Sox broadcast this evening, and here is Lucas Spence, who takes a knuckle curve inside for ball 1. How do you like the new camera setup, Jen?
I think it looks good, to be honest.
I'm going to turn this game center into a chat box.
Ooh.
Or I find a way to use the game center. Here's a slider outside, and the count's 2-0. But I just about got all the pieces. I got the donation information down below, the rolling scoreboard. It took me a couple days to get this outfitted. 2-0 the count to Lucas Spence, hitting at 208. The pitch on the way, slashed foul to the left, and the count's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Runner at first in the form of Lamonte Wade. And the 2-1 pitch. A fastball strike on the outside corner. And the count is now even at 2-2. Yeah, that's why I need to get a hold of Lazarus. I don't want to know this present is coming. This is like a late birthday present for her. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a fastball high and tight. And the Astros are gone. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Astros nothing, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world.
What'd you get there?
Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the...
Bottom of the second, 2 hits for the Astros, none for the White Sox. But we got a long way to go. White Sox led 5-0 yesterday until the 6th inning. And then all you know what broke loose as the Astros put up an 8 spot. From the windup from Hunter Brown, the pitch to Montgomery is a fastball outside for ball 1. And off we go into the bottom of the second. A little bit of a cloud cover over right field tonight. I'm going to get back there one of these days for a ball game just to see home. Brown from the chest high windup delivers the 1-0, swinging a pop-up. Going out is Pena. Center fielder coming in, but it is Lamonte Wade who makes the catch out in short left field. 1 out in the second. I got to stop drinking pop, but I can't help it. It's cherry Coke. 1 up, 1 down, and here is Andrew Benintendi. 5th place hitter for the White Sox, the designated hitter. And Hunter Brown kicks and deals. Swinging a miss on a sinker for strike 1. Benintendi hitting at 244, 10 homers. He's driven in 52. Indians and Rays play later, or they're just getting started, I beg your pardon. We'll keep an eye on that. The pitch, way inside with a changeup, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Important game to keep our eye on. I pressed the wrong button. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup. And the count's 1-2. I hit the wrong button, and it's your fault. One ball, 2 strikes. Andrew Benintendi at the plate, 5th place hitter. And the pitch on the way. Change up low, and the count is now even at 2-2. Hunter Brown also dealing. He hasn't allowed a hit yet. Want to sponsor our games going forward in our alternative play-by-play coverage? Drop an email to snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com. Brown from the windup. Delivers the 2-2, swing and a miss on a sinker at 99. That's just wrong. 2 down in the inning. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second, and Hunter Brown ready to go back to work as he delivers to Braden Montgomery, and he swings and misses on a knuckle curve for strike one. Oh and 1 the count. The pitch to Braden. Knuckle curve swung on and missed. And the count's 0-2. Braden Montgomery was called up last month for the White Sox, and in his debut, all he did was have 2 hits, including the game-winning home run against the Atlanta Braves in the 10th inning, with the White Sox down to their final out. The 0-2 to Braden, swing and a miss. And Braden Montgomery is gone, and so are the White Sox. 6 up, 6 down for Hunter Brown. We go to the top of the third. Good one so far. Astros nothing, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, W-I-Z-E.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
If you're the kind of person that likes to drive a lot and your car is a little bit older and out of the normal warranty, keep listening. What's going on underneath the hood of your car? If your car is out of warranty, you're at risk of expensive.
Ready to go to the top of the third. As Sean Burke deals up and into the ninth place hitter Cam Smith for ball one. The Rays lead the Guardians 2-0. They're in the 5th inning in Tampa. We're in the top of the third with no score. You'd love to see the White Sox get a win tonight and stretch that lead as Smith pops one up third base side. Vargas giving it a look, and it is out of play, and that'll even the count at 1-1. Burke has thrown 26 pitches to this juncture. Cam Smith at 210, 13 homers. He's driven in 36. From the windup, here's the 1-1. A knuckle curve in there for a strike on the corner, and the count's 1-2. And Cam Smith said, what? A ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the third. My buddy Earl Drake is listening in. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And there's 1 out in the third. 4th strikeout for Sean Burke tonight. And this has been a classic pitcher's duel. Now we're back to the top of the order, and Jeremy Pena, who laced a single to left to start the game. Burke from the windup delivers to Pena. A slider for a strike, and the count's 0-1. One strike the count. Burke has used the cutter a lot more this month. A slider up and outside. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. My buddy Frank Edwards is watching from Japan. Only drink ginger ale when I have indigestion. Great advice. Slashed foul out of play to the right. And the count's 1-2. He says, happy Saturday. Thank you, buddy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the third. Rays lead 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th in Tampa. Swing and a miss. Jeremy Pena is gone. 5th strikeout for Sean Burke. And there's 2 down in the third. That was just nasty. Boy, that's nasty. Here's Yordan Alvarez, who takes a slider outside for ball 1. We're in the top of the 3rd. No score. Astros have 2 hits. White Sox have none, and it's been a pitcher's duel. The best of the best so far from both pitchers. The 1-0, a knuckle curve inside. And it's 2-0 to Yordan Alvarez. And they're talking about the mechanics on the television broadcast of the knuckle curve. 2 balls, no strikes. With 2 out in the 3rd. The pitch. Fastball strike, and the count's 2-1 to the big man Yordan Alvarez, who is 0 for 1 on the evening. Been a great pitcher's duel so far between Sean Burke and Hunter Brown. Burke from the chest high wind delivers a fastball inside at 97, and the count's 3-1. Alvarez grounded into a fielder's choice in the 1st as Pena was out on the infield fly. 3-1 to Alvarez. A swing and a ground ball to second. Mydrov, after a fumble, throws to first in time, inning over. Astros go up and out in order for the first time tonight. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. The Astros nothing and the White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Notebook. Sweet. I forgot to push the button. And I'm working on a few things as well. We'll be back.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner.
Scoreboard update will come your way at the top of the 4th, and during our 5th inning, we'll have some White Sox trivia for you. Got a good one for you here tonight. Dodgers and Mets are scoreless. They're in the bottom of the 2nd. Cardinals lead the Reds 1-0. They're in the top of the 3rd. We'll give you the full scoreboard in the 4th. Here's Tristan Peters, and he takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Peters hitting at 286, 6 homers. He's driven in 37. We're going to pay a visit to Pure Adrenaline Sports. We're going to visit a lot of people. There's a changeup inside, and the count's 2-0. There's my buddy. He's got the Dodgers and the Mets, so we're going to say hi to him. 2-0 to Tristan Peters in the 7th spot. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss on a sinker, and the count's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The kick and the pitch. Knuckle curve low, and it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the third. Hunter Brown is ready. Rocks, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss on a sinker at 90. How do you throw a sinker at 95? 3-2 the count. Three balls, two strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the third with no score. The only two hits in the game belong to the Astros. From the windup, the payoff pitch. Swinging a foul on a play to the left. And we'll do it again. Three balls, two strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the third. Brown kicks and deals. Slapped foul on a knuckle curve. And we'll do it again. And the next pitch on the way. A swinging a line drive in the right. That's down for a base hit. So the White Sox get their first hit of the night on a single by Tristan Peters. So the Sox get their first hit. And here is Chase Mindroth in the 8th spot. Second baseman hitting .357 in his last 12 games. The pitch to Chase. A strike with a fastball on the count's 0-1. One strike the count. Leadoff runner aboard, top in the bottom of the third inning. The 0-1 pitch. Did he offer? The answer is no. Mindroth held up just in time. And the count is even at 1-1. A ball, a strike, nobody out. The pitch on the way, swinging a high pop into center. In comes Cam Smith. He makes the catch in short right field. And there's one out in the third. Here's Edgar Caro hitting at 183, 2 homers, 15 runs batted in, including a walk-off home run. The pitch, changeup upstairs for ball 1. And that walk-off came against the Chicago Cubs after the Cubs battled back from a 3-run deficit, took the lead in the 10th. Carroll walked us off in the bottom of the 10th. They're in the bottom of the 6th. The Yankees lead the Phillies 2-1. They won last night 1-0. The Yankees did. They were in the bottom of the 6th in Tampa. That's the game we'll keep our eye on. And that is swung on and missed. A ball and a strike to Caro. The pitch, upstairs, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Here in the bottom of the third. Brown turns and throws to first to check on Tristan Peters, who can run. Two and one the count to Edgar Caro. The 2-1. A swing and a high fly ball in the right. Cam Smith racing back in front of the track and making the catch in center field is Lucas Spence. And there's two down in the third. Just got under it. Now we're back to the top of the order, and Sam Antonacci. Oh for 1. He lined out in the first. Throw to first again, and Peters is back. That's the second. Oh, the first step. I think it's 3 times per batter. That's the new rule when checking on a runner at first. The pitch to Sam is a changeup for a strike, and the count's 0-1. One strike to count to Sam Antonacci. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Hunter Brown is ready. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a bouncing ball to first. Christian Walker has it, steps on the bag, inning over. So after the White Sox get their first hit of the game, they do nothing with it. We go to the top of the fourth. A good one here from the south side. Astros nothing, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters? It's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world.
What'd you get there?
Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
To the top of the fourth, and Isaac Paredes takes a fastball up and in for ball 1. They offer the sushi pop at right field. I can't have it because I'm allergic to shrimp. The 1-ball pitch is a strike on the inside corner, and that's what it's called, the Mooney shot. Sushi pop layers, crispy shrimp tempura, seasoned sushi rice, fresh vegetables, and flavorful sauces. The pitch on the way is line foul to the right, and the count is 1-2. Japanese sensation Munetaka Murakami being honored in all kinds of ways on the south side. I was so surprised when they signed him. I thought he would go to New York, either New York team, but he's here on the south side with us. 1-2 pitch, swinging a drive in the left. Back in front of the track at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. Sam Antonacci made a leaping catch at the wall to save at least 2 bases. Hang a star on that. Isaac Paredes got a fastball at 94, turned on it. Sean Burke thought he hit it out. But the rookie, Sam Antonacci, saves a home run. So there's 1 out in the 4th. This has been a good one. We owe you a scoreboard update. We'll get that to you. We also owe you an ID. The pitch, swinging a ground ball foul by Jose Altuve for strike 1. In case you're just joining us here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Sam Antonacci just made a great leaping catch in left field at the wall to save a possible home run from Isaac Paredes. And there's 1 out in the 4th. From the windup, here's the pitch to Altuve, swinging a grounder foul. And it's 0-2. I'm speaking into my my game notebook because I'm trying to lessen the workload. The pitch, swinging a foul out of play. Jose Altuve at the plate. I got to reset that. I think I'll just use my phone for my dictation. 0-2 to Jose Altuve. Or I just turn off the microphone on my computer. The 0-2, swinging a little looper into right. Brayton Montgomery is there to make the catch. And there's 2 out in the 4th. Let me try this notebook entry again. There's like so many tools I'm working in. In case you're just joining us here in the top of the 4th, no score, and Sam Antonacci took away a score with a great leaping catch at the wall off the bat of Astros third baseman Isaac Paredes. He was the first out of the inning. Altuve just flied out to right to Brayton Montgomery, and now Sean Burke seems to have settled down after allowing 2 early hits, and he's working in the top of the 4th with no score. 0-1 the count to Lamonte Wade, who is 1 for 1 on the night. An infield single back in the 2nd. Wade batting at 196. 1 ball, 1 strike. Burke is ready, works first base side of the rubber. The kick and the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2 on a slider. They're in the top of the 7th in Tampa Bay, and the Rays lead Cleveland now 3-0. 1-2 the count. The pitch, high and wide, and the count is 2-2. Sean Burke is ready. Works first base side of the rubber. The kick and the 2-2 pitch is low with a knuckle curve. And they check at third, no swing. The payoff pitch, swinging a ground ball to first. Murakami with a toss to Burke. Inning over. 6 in a row retired by Sean Burke. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Astros 0, White Sox 0 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
as she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Base YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps,
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Head to the bottom of the fourth, and there's no score in tonight's game on the south side. Astros have 2 hits, White Sox 1, and they got their hit in the third inning. Now we start with Munetaka Murakami, and he takes a strike on the outside corner at a fastball with a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Murakami 0 for 1 on the evening. I called his first home run of the year in Milwaukee. Would love to call a few more before the season closes. Brown is ready from the windup. The kick and the pitch. Fastball outside at 98. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown is ready again from the chest high windup. Delivers. Slashed foul out of play to the left. And the count is 1-2. One and two, the count to Mune. The pitch. Swinging a line drive. Base hit in the right field. Munetaka Murakami is aboard. Second hit of the night for the White Sox. And Murakami has settled into that 2 spot very, very well. Here is Miguel El Tigre Vargas taking a knuckle curve for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Vargas 0 for 1, flied out in the first inning, hitting a .242 on the year. Brown sets at the belt, kicks and fires, swinging a miss on a slider. That was a 1.5 feet outside, and the count's 0-2 to Vargas. White Sox have only hit 13 home runs in July. They're 29th, next to last in the league, and yet they still keep winning. The 0-2 to Vargas, high on a fastball, and the count's 1-2. March through June, they hit 118 home runs, tied for third. July, they've hit a power outage. They've only hit 13 home runs, and yet they continue to win. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Murakami at first. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Vargas is gone on a fastball low and outside. And there's 1 down in the 4th. Here is Colson Montgomery up to the plate, who is 0 for 1 on the night. And Montgomery settles in against Hunter Brown. And Brown kicks and fires. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. Murakami led off this bottom of the 4th with a base hit. Edgar Carroll struck out. And Colson Montgomery, who was 0 for 1 on the night, hitting at only .217 on the year. Again, an important note, the White Sox have only hit 13 home runs in the month of July, and they continue to win, as that is slashed foul to the backstop, and the count's 0-2. 0-2 the count to Colson Montgomery. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth of a scoreless tie, each team now with 2 hits, as Murakami got the White Sox second hit here in this fourth inning. Montgomery is ready, so is Hunter Brown. Brown sets at the belt, kicks and fires, swinging a miss on a fastball. And now the count's 1-2. My mistake. Got a little ahead of myself. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colson Montgomery, who calls time. Again, an important note, 2 important notes. First, on the out-of-town scoreboard, the Rays lead the Guardians 3-0. They're in the top of the 7th in Tampa. And the second note, and I'll say it again, and I said it earlier this inning, the White Sox have only hit 13 home runs in the month of July, next to last in the majors, and they continue to win. 1-2 to Colson Montgomery. Brown sets, kicks, deals, swing and a miss. Now he's gone, and there's 2 down in the fourth inning. Hunter Brown has been dealing since pitch 1. Pitch 1 from Sean Burke for the White Sox was lined into left field for a base hit. And yet here we are with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth, and neither team has a run. So this has been indeed a pitcher's duel. Here is Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. That was the 50th pitch thrown by Hunter Brown to date. Brown from the set position looks in, gets a sign, kicks and deals, swinging a foul out of play behind the plate for strike 1. Benintendi is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second inning. To date, he's hitting .243. It's amazing that the White Sox, first of all, were predicted to finish last with another 100-loss season, and yet here they are competing for the Central Division title and leading the division. 0-1 the count. Turn and throw to first, runner back. Murakami dives in safely. You can say what you want about the American League Central Division. It's terrible. It's horrible. The American League is down all the way around. But the fact remains, downplay it whatever way you want to, the fact remains the Chicago White Sox are the most unlikely division leader, and we're loving it on the south side. The 0-1 to Andrew, a knuckle curve for a strike, and the count's 0-2. So take that. And honestly, after I did the opening game in Milwaukee where we lost 14-2, I thought it would be another one of those seasons also. Time called at the plate. And the umpire had to wait on something. So Benintendi stepped out. There's 2 outs in the fourth. 0-2 to Benintendi. Murakami at first with a leadoff single. Each team has 2 hits, but no score to this juncture. It was the 6th inning that the Astros broke it open last night. 0-2 to Benintendi. Brown sets, kicks, fires. High with a fastball. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Benintendi 0 for 1 on the evening. So say what you want about the American League, say what you want about the White Sox and the division and whatever. The fact is the White Sox are in front. 1-2 to Benintendi. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Andrew Benintendi is gone, and so are the White Sox. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 5th. No score on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Suspecting a full house at Rate Field tonight on this Saturday as we go to the top of the fifth as Sean Burke deals to Isaac Paredes. No, that's Christian Walker. I beg your pardon. Walker is 0 for 1. White Sox last night led 5-0 before the Astros opened the floodgates. Burke from the wine delivers. Low and outside, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. Cordell Montgomery in the house with us. Thanks for tuning in. A ball, a strike, nobody out, nobody on either. Here in the top of the fifth. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And the count's 1-2. Christian Walker 0 for 1, struck out back in the second inning. Burke is ready. From the chest-high wine, he kicks and deals. A knuckle curve right there. I'd challenge it, but it's called low. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nope, it was outside. I looked at it wrong. 2-2 the count. The pitch on the way. Fastball, low. And now they'll take a look. So the White Sox will challenge it, and it is low. It's confirmed. So the White Sox lose a challenge. They'll have 1 left. Counts now 3-2. And Burke called for the challenge. 3-2 the count. The pitch on the way. Swinging a foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Christian Walker at the plate. As Burke is ready. First base side of the rubber. And he delivers. Swing and a miss. He got him. Sean Burke strikes out Christian Walker to begin the 5th inning. And there's 1 out in the 5th. That knuckle curve, both pitchers love throwing that knuckle curve, and it has been deadly on both sides. Sean Burke has thrown 58 pitches to date, and we're in the top of the 5th inning. So 1 out as Christian Walker strikes out. And ready to get back to work. Here is Yainer Diaz. The pitch. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-1. They're in the top of the 8th inning in Tampa, and the Rays lead Cleveland 3-0. They're doing us a favor, so we got to do the same. A knuckle curve is down, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. If the White Sox are to pick up 2 wins in this series, they'd be up 3.5 with the Yankees coming to town. And remember, the Yankees are minus Aaron Judge. From the chest-high wine, here's the 1-1 pitch. A fastball strike on the inside corner, and Diaz wants a look. I think they missed the call here. So they'll take a look at the ABS challenge, and bang, it was right there. My mistake. So the count is now 1-2 on Yainer Diaz, the Astros catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So each team has lost an ABS challenge. Wait a minute. Okay. The scoreboard on screen now has it right. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a fastball high and wide at 94, and there's 2 out in the 5th, both on strikeouts. Man, Sean Burke is dealing tonight. Yainer Diaz strikes out on a fastball wide, high and wide at 95. So 2 up, 2 down, 8 in a row retired by Sean Burke. And here is Lucas Spence. Each team only 2 hits so far in the ball game. Burke from the wind delivers. Swing and a miss on a slider. Nasty on the inside corner for strike 1. Spence has struck out already tonight, hitting an even 200 with a run batted in on the season. 0-1 the count. Burke is ready from the windup. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a knuckle curve. And the count's 0-2. And that knuckle curve is nasty. Man, that knuckle curve is nasty. 0-2 the count. 2 down, top of the 5th. Burke trying to make it 9 in a row, retired. He has struck out both batters so far this inning. That knuckle curve is down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man, oh man, oh man. Sean Burke, after giving up 2 early hits, has been dealing. He has set the Astros up and out in order. He has not walked a batter tonight. Sean Burke works third base side of the rubber. The 1-2 pitch. Low and inside with a fastball at 97. And the count's 2-2. He had a full count on Christian Walker earlier and then struck him out with a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Burke from the wind delivers. A cutter outside. Oh, they gave it to him. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and the inning is over. Oh, man, they gave it to him. They gave it to him. And Burke strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th. White Sox nothing, Astros nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Wow.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
If you're the
All right. So now I have that timed because this is kind of a dress rehearsal also. Each break will be 90 seconds. Braden Montgomery will start the bottom of the 5th in a scoreless tie and one heck of a pitcher's duel. The Rays lead the Guardians. They're in the top of the 8th. We'll keep an eye on that especially. The pitch to Braden is a knuckle curve outside for ball 1. White Sox trivia tonight. Who is the franchise all-time home run leader? And I'll give you a hint. It's pretty obvious. 1-0 the count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Sun has set on the south side, or beginning to set. From the windup, the pitch. Sinker outside, and the count's even 1-1. We owe you a scoreboard as the Cubs lead the Pirates 4-0. They're in the top of the 6th. Orioles lead the Braves 1-0. They're in the top of the 5th. We're going to work this out using tonight as kind of a dress rehearsal. Going to get our graphics together. Going to get everything, all of our tools together. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a grounder foul, first base side, counts 2-1. Twins and Athletics scoreless, top of the 4th. Rangers lead the Mariners 5-0. They're in the top of the 4th. The Mets trail the Dodgers 3-0, bottom of the fourth at Citi Field. Cardinals lead the Reds 1-0 at Busch Stadium. They're in the bottom of the fifth. The 2-1 to Brayton is low with a changeup, and it's now 3-1. As mentioned, the Rays lead the Guardians 3-0 in the top of the eighth, and that's a very important one because the White Sox are trying to stretch this Central Division lead. They came into tonight with a 1.5 game lead, and we'll talk about all that and the scores during our postgame show. From the windup, here's the 3-1 to Brayton. Swing and a miss on a sinker, and the count's now full at 3-2. We're going to put this production together, folks, and this is how we're going to do it, making sure we get our scoreboard updates in, our trivia in, no matter what the sport or the league we cover. Finals that are in so far: Royals beat the Tigers 3-2 at Comerica Park in Detroit. The Giants beat the Angels 9-2 at Oracle Park in San Francisco. 3-2 the count to Braden Montgomery. Hunter Brown is ready. Straight on the rubber. From the chest high windup, the payoff pitch. Swinging a tapper right side to second. Altuve is up with it. He throws to Christian Walker at first. That's in time. 1 down in the fifth. This game has just been flying along. And I mean just that. It has been flying along. My buddies at Pure Adrenaline Sports, including Big John himself, checking in. And Cordell, you absolutely got the correct answer. The White Sox team leader in home runs of all time. I said it was obvious. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. Charles Adderley is in the house. Raymond is here. Smash the free subs and hit the like. And if you can donate to the cause, that will be great. As Peters lifts one to center. Under it is Lucas Spence. He's got it. 2 down in the fifth. For those of you checking in from the PAS network, first of all, I welcome you. Thank you very much for checking in. I appreciate it. And second, this has been a great pitchers duel. Chase Mydroth now heads to the plate. Yankees lead the Phillies 3-1 in Philadelphia. They're in the bottom of the eighth inning. Now they've gone to the bottom of the eighth in Tampa, and the Rays lead the Guardians 3-0. Frank is in the house. Darnell is here also. Brown kicks and fires. A knuckle curve down. 1 ball, no strikes. Let me get all the folks from PAS that have come over to show some love caught up. Each team has 2 hits on the night. Astros have not had a hit since the second, and the White Sox just got their second hit in the fourth inning. The pitch, inside, 2-0 to Mydroth. First ever White Sox game I did this season, Mydroth led off the game. It was in Milwaukee with a home run. They were in the bottom of the fourth at Citi Field, and the Dodgers lead the Mets 3-0. From the windup, the 2-0 to Mydroth. A sinker, I beg your pardon, for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. It would be huge for the White Sox to win this game tonight with the Rays taking care of business. Here's a ground ball to second. Altuve with a backhand. The toss to Walker. Got it. Inning over. So Mets fans are coming to see me on the South Side, where you're listening to a great one. No score as we go to the 6th on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
We head to the top of the sixth, and it's a scoreless tie. Each team with 2 hits. Hunter Brown and Sean Burke doing battle as Burke delivers to Cam Smith a knuckle curve for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Now, 8 strikeouts for Sean Burke, 6 strikeouts for Hunter Brown. That is literally the difference between these two pitchers. It has been a fantastic game. Now, the 6th inning is where the White Sox crumbled, and bingo, as I said that, Cam Smith gets hit by a pitch. So the Astros put their leadoff runner on board for the first time since the 2nd inning. And remember, last night, the White Sox led 5-0, and then the floodgates open as the Astros put up 8 in the 5th inning after sending 14 men to the plate. Hopefully we'll get a better result this time as Burke will work from the stretch. And we're back to the top of the order in Jeremy Pena. Pena 1 for 2 on the night. A turn throw to first, runner back. We're in the top of the 6th, and it has been a fantastic pitcher's duel. No score. Each team with 2 hits. As mentioned, the only difference between these two pitchers are 2 strikeouts. Burke from the set position, third base side of the rubber. He kicks and fires a swing and a grounder foul, third base side. And the count's 0-1 to Jeremy Pena. Pena 1 for 2 on the night. Got a single on the first pitch of the game and then struck out. He's hitting .309 on the year with 9 homers and 28 driven in to this juncture. 0-1 the count to Pena. We're in the top of the 6th. The pitch on the way, inside with a sinker. And the count is now even, 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll also keep our eye on Tampa Bay and Cleveland. Tampa Bay leads 3-0. They're in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1 to Pena. Burke looks in, kicks, deals, swinging a ground ball to short. Oh, it's past Montgomery in the left. And now here we go again. The Astros put the first 2 runners aboard here on the base pads here in the 5th. Montgomery was there to make the play. I don't know how they're going to rule that. I think they're going to rule that a hit. And it should be. Montgomery misplayed it. Haven't seen the ruling yet. And Burke is now up to 72 pitches, and now we got trouble. 2nd and 1st, no outs. And here is the big man, Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez is 0 for 2 on the evening as Burke is ready to work. Smith at second, Pena at first. Burke looks at Smith, and the pitch. Outside with a slider for ball 1. Home run leaders this season, Yordan Alvarez leads the majors with 34. Schwarber next with 33. Hunter Goodman 31 for Colorado. Ben Rice with 30 for the Yankees. And you wonder why Aaron Judge is not on that list? There's a cutter missed outside, and it's 2-0. You know why Aaron Judge is not on the list? Because he is currently injured. Alvarez is 0 for 2 on the evening. A fielder's choice and a ground out. I incorrectly said a strikeout. He's hitting .325 to this juncture. The major league leader in home runs facing Sean Burke for the 3rd time tonight. Burke kicks and deals. Low, and it's 3-0 to Alvarez. And this is what happened last night in the 6th inning. This was the bewitching hour for the White Sox last night against Davis Martin. Davis Martin was terrific through the first 5, but it was the 6th inning where the Astros laid the lumber on him. There was a bases clearing double and a 2-run home run in the inning. There is a ball and the bases are loaded. And just like last night, the Astros load the bases with nobody out in the 6th inning, and the White Sox bullpen crumbled. Now their pitching coach will come out and have a talk with Sean Burke. I'll mention it again and again and again. The place where the White Sox need help is the bullpen, because we started with Sir Anthony Dominguez as our closer. He wasn't doing it. Miles Miller is a target for the White Sox. The White Sox desperately need a closer, period. And they need some bullpen help. If they're going to make it to October, they've got to get some more arms. The starting pitching is fine. It's the bullpen where the White Sox are lacking right now. The batting is going to come around. And now you got Isaac Paredes at the plate, who had a home run taken away. The first run of the game in the form of Cam Smith stands at third base. Pena at second. Alvarez at first. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Paredes stands in right-handed batter's box as Burke will work from the stretch and deliver a ball low with a slider, and the count's 1-0. Oh, boy. Paredes 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout as Sam Antonacci made a terrific catch at the wall to save a home run. 1-0 the count. Burke is ready. The kick and the pitch. Strike with a cutter, and the count's even 1-1. Needed that one. Sean Newcomb up and throwing for the White Sox in their bullpen. Smith at third, Pena at second, Alvarez at first, and time called at the plate from Isaac Paredes, the former Tampa Bay Ray. We'll step back into the batter's box. Paredes is 0 for 2. You would trade a double play for an out here, and the infield is infield is in. Murakami is all the way toward the grass at first base. The pitch, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's 1-2. You'd also love to get a strikeout here if you're Sean Burke. They can get out of this, but you got to make the right pitch. Paredes cut on a fastball. The 80th pitch from Sean Burke is ready. Here she comes, swinging a fly ball out of play, foul to the right. Came at him with a knuckle curve. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Jose Altuve is on deck for the Astros. They have loaded the bases with nobody out. 1-2 the count. Burke is ready from the set. The kick and the pitch. Look out! They check it first on a swing. No swing. Gave him a fastball at 96 on the inside. And Paredes held up. 14 pitches so far this inning and not an out recorded. And again, it's the sixth inning, just like last night. 2-2 to Paredes. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, base hit in the right. That's 2 runs. Smith scores. Behind him is Pena. And the ball gets by Montgomery, and everybody's going to come around. Paredes will head for third. And just like that, a single and a 2-base error, and the Astros lead 3-0. Just like that. Just like last night, and that may be it for Sean Burke. Oh, man. The young man, Brayton Montgomery, let the ball get past him. Good job by Paredes on the inside-out swing. And Montgomery let it go under him. And that let everybody come on down. E9 is the call. A single, a 2-base error. And the Astros get 3. And there's nobody out. Jose Altuve at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul. Third base side. And the count's 0-1. One of the veterans of the club, Jose Altuve. Well, young man's mistake. That's all I got to say. Young man's mistake. Now they got the infield all the way in. You trade a run for an out. Or you try to get Paredes at the plate. The pitch on the way is inside, and they want to take a look. Right now, the count's 1-1. And you can change that, so the count's now 0-2 to Altuve. Again, it's the 6th inning that's killing the White Sox. Second straight night, They get through the first 5, hold the Astros scoreless, and then the 6th inning, the floodgates open. Nobody out. 0-2 the count to Jose Altuve. Burke from the set position looks at third. And the pitch. Swinging a grounder to Burke. He throws to first. And there's 1 out in the 6th. Phew. Paredes remains at third. Delusive Dude says, Braden, are you kidding me? Yeah, I said the same thing. Now there's 1 out with a runner at third. 2 of those 3 runs are unearned. Well, 1 of those 3 runs is unearned. 11 runs in the 6th inning in this series for the Astros. 8 last night, 3 tonight. They only got 1 in every other inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. So again, the bewitching hour being the 6th inning for the White Sox, and they allow 3. A single, a 2-base error cleared the bases. Wade singled in the 2nd, an infield hit. And this all started with a hit by pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Plenty of time for the White Sox to come back and get this one. And we just got another favor from Tampa Bay as they beat Cleveland 3-0. That's a final. And the White Sox now lead by 2 games, but that's in danger as they trail 3-0 here in the 6th. 1-2 the count. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul, and the count stays where it is at 1-2. So what we're going to do with our broadcast, we'll do a scoreboard update in the 3rd, our trivia question and answer in the 5th, and in the 7th inning, we'll do another scoreboard update. And we will have a short postgame show after the game is done tonight. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And 2 out in the 6th inning. If you can keep the damage here at 3 runs, that would be great. But the White Sox have not been able to do anything with Hunter Brown. Wade indeed went around on the swing. And there's 2 out in the 6th. Here's Christian Walker, who hit a 2-run homer last night. First pitch, upstairs and outside with a slider for ball 1. Walker 0 for 2 has struck out twice. 9 strikeouts now for Sean Burke. He's thrown 90 pitches. Under the hood with J Hood. Jonathan Hood is listening in. What's up, J Hood? My homie from Chicago. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. He says, wonderful work. Thank you, partner. I appreciate it. And J Hood, I would love to have you as a guest on my Mike to Mike series anytime you get available. Trevor Richards now throwing in the bullpen for the White Sox. And J Hood, you do great work with the UIC Flames, my man. I'm always a fan of yours. 1-1, swinging a grounder foul, third base side on the knuckle curve, and the count's 1-2. The legendary Jonathan Hood, one of my broadcast homies and one of my homies in life from Chicago, checking in. J Hood, fabulous. I appreciate you. That is great. When you're doing an alternative play-by-play and one of your heroes checks in. I love it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, top of the 6th. 3-0 in favor of the Astros. All 3 here in the 6th inning. Burke from the set. Kicks, deals. Fastball high, and the count's even 2-2. I'm giddy now because one of my heroes checked into our broadcast and dropped me a great comment. Thank you, J Hood. I appreciate you very, very much. I appreciate everybody that came in to check out our broadcast tonight. I appreciate it. 2-2, 2 outs. Burke from the set, kicks and deals. A swing and a foul behind the plate. We'll do it again. Fastball at 95. 94 pitches now for Sean Burke, and the bulk of them have come in this inning. He's thrown 29 to date. Big play was Braden Montgomery's 2-base error that allowed the bases to clear. 3-0 the Astros, top of the 6th. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul. We'll do it again. And Walker's giving Sean Burke a workout. Have the feeling this is the final inning we'll see from Sean Burke tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Isaac Paredes stands at third. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Astros and White Sox doing battle in game 2 of 3. The pitch, low and outside, and the count's full 3-2. Well, you figure you had to waste 1. 29 pitches this inning. That was pitch number 29. And for the second straight night, the White Sox pitching struggles in the 6th inning. All right, let's get him, Sean. 3-2 the count to Walker. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the 6th. Astros 3, White Sox nothing. Christian Walker at the plate. Sean Burke about to throw his 98th pitch of the evening. Burke is ready. The pitch on the way. Swing and a foul. Third base side. We'll do it again. Right into the camera well. Now, this is where Burke has to get him. He has to get him right now. This will be the 10th pitch of this at bat. Pitch number 99 coming from Sean Burke. He sets at the belt. It's on the way. Swinging a drive to left. Get foul. And it will. Came at him with a curveball. And Walker just hooked it foul. Ken Harrelson used to say it all the time. Right size, wrong shape. So again, a 3-2 is due to Christian Walker here in the top of the 6th. And Burke is about to throw his 100th pitch. Burke from the set. The payoff. Fouled again. This kid won't go away. This will be the 12th pitch in this at bat. 7 foul balls by Christian Walker. Man, Burke is getting a workout. And he has gotten a workout this inning. This will be pitch number 35 in this inning. So Sean Burke looks in, gets his sign, works from the stretch. Walker at the plate. One more time. The payoff pitch. Swinging a drive to left, but foul. Man, this is crazy. 13 pitches. I beg your pardon. This will be the 13th pitch in this at bat. All foul balls after pitch number 7, which was a slider. Here we go again. The payoff. Swing and a miss. He finally struck him out after 13 pitches. But the Astros get 3, 2 unearned, 1 big error by Braden Montgomery, and 1 left. All right, the White Sox have some work to do. They trail 3-0. We head to the bottom of the 6th on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
If you're the kind of person that likes to drive a lot and your car is a little bit older and out of the normal warranty, keep listening. What's going on underneath the hood of your car? If your car is out of warranty, you're at risk.
We head to the bottom of the sixth, and the White Sox with some work to do, trailing 3-0. And they'll start with the ninth place hitter in Edgar Caro. Again, my thanks to one of my great friends in Jonathan Hood, Under the Hood with Jay Hood, stopping by, along with everybody that has checked in with us tonight. Hunter Brown deals a sinker outside for ball one. In case you missed it, the Rays beat the Cleveland Guardians again. This time the score was 3-0, so it's a 2-game lead for the White Sox heading into this bottom of the sixth inning. From the windup, the 1-0. A strike called on the outside corner, and the count's even 1-1 strike. Hood gave me a comment after the inning. What a gamer Sean Burke is. Yes, indeed. 101 pitches to date. From the windup, the pitch. Swinging a foul on a play to the left, and the count is 1-2. One ball, two strikes the count. Nationals beat the Diamondbacks 5-3 in the nation's capital. The 1-2 to Caro is a knuckle curve low, and the count is now even at 2-2. Caro 0 for 1 on the night. Astros got 3 runs on 2 hits in the top of that sixth inning, and I didn't do that wrap-up correctly, and I apologize for that. Padres beat the Marlins 7-2. A knuckle curve down low again, and the count's now full at 3-2. 3-0 Astros here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Well, the Rays have given us some help, and we see them at the end of next week in Tampa. Now we got some work to do. The payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Jeremy Pena with a backhand. The toss to Walker at first is in time. 1 up, 1 down in the sixth inning. They're in the top of the seventh in the Burgh. And the Cubs have doubled their lead over the Pirates. It's now 8-0. Orioles lead the Braves 2-1. They're in the bottom of the sixth at Camden Yards. Here's Sam Antonacci, and he takes a strike right down the middle, and the count's 0-1. And again, thank you to everybody who has tuned in tonight. If you can donate to the channel, you see the methods down below. You can join our Patreon, and the pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. If you can donate via Cash App, the tag you need is $sign Tallman Dr. K50. The ID you need for PayPal is at Snowman2172, and the ID you need for Venmo is at Big Snowman2172. Cardinals lead the Reds 6-0 in St. Louis. The 1-1 to Sam is a strike with a changeup, and the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Trevor Richards now throwing for the White Sox, the right-hander, in their bullpen. Let's get some runs, fellas. That's low. Right on the corner. Are they going to take a look? Nope, they're not. And the count is now even at 2-2 to Sam Antonacci. Astros 4 hits, White Sox 2. The White Sox committed a big error in the top of this inning. From the windup, the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to second. Altuve scoops it up, throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. 5 in a row retired by Hunter Brown. Here is Munetaka Murakami. And as Harry Carey used to say back in the day, oh, for the long one. And the offense needs it right now. I'll mention the fact that I mentioned earlier, White Sox have only hit 13 home runs in the month of July. Here's a fastball strike on the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. Murakami is 1 for 2, singled in the fourth. 0-1 the count to Mooney. From the windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count's 0-2. Man, that sixth inning, both nights took a lot of steam out of the White Sox, especially Friday, because the Sox were up 5-0. It was scoreless tonight heading into the sixth. And then all you know what broke loose. 0-2 to Murakami. Brown is ready from the windup. The pitch on the way, a swing and a foul, and we'll do it again. We are deep into July, and Murakami has not hit a home run since before he went on the injured list. Love to see him get one here and get that stroke back that he had before the injury. The 0-2 to Mooney is low with a changeup, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 80 pitches thrown by Hunter Brown to date. Big base of fans from Japan checking in on Murakami. 1-2 from the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball up the middle. Jeremy Pena with a vacuum. He throws to first in time, inning over. 6 in a row retired by Hunter Brown, and that's that. We go to the 7th. Astros 3, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Yeah, we're going to limit the commercial breaks to a minute 30 from 2:40, which is what I had for basketball, down to like a minute 30. We go to the 7th. White Sox trail 3-0, and Trevor Richards is now on. So Sean Burke goes 6, gives up 3 runs, 2 earned, and he delivers to Diaz, a strike called, and the count's 0-1. So the final line on Sean Burke is he goes 6 innings. The pitch to Richards inside with a changeup, and the count's even at 1-1. One and one the count. The pitch to Diaz. A swing, a ground ball to short. Montgomery up with it. He throws to first in time, and there's 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. So the final line on Sean Burke, he goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs, 2 earned, because there was a big error in that 6th inning. He didn't walk anybody. He hit a batter. He did walk 1. I beg your pardon. He walked 1. He walked Yordan Alvarez to load up the bases in the 6th, and he struck out 9. Lucas Spence at the plate takes a changeup for a strike, and the count's 0-1. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Astros. No runs, 2 hits, 1 big error for the White Sox. Lucas Spence is 0 for 2. The pitch. Ground ball right side. Murakami up with it. He'll win the race to the bag. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. Top of the 7th inning, 3-0 in favor of the Houston Astros. In the 6th inning in both games, the Astros have scored a grand total of 11 runs. They've scored 1 run in every other inning so far in this series. And that's how they won game 1 last night with an 8-run 6th. Here's the 9th place hitter in Cam Smith, and he pops one foul for strike 1. Trevor Richards on in relief of Sean Burke. We might see Hunter Brown for the 7th inning. The 0-1, low and inside with a changeup, and the count's even 1-1. So both starting pitchers this series for the White Sox, Davis Martin and Sean Burke, cruised through the first 5 innings, and then the 6th inning slapped them both in the face. The pitch, inside with a fastball, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count, 2 out, top of the 7th inning. The pitch on the way is low, 3-1. Jeremiah 893 with us. Are my Astros just that much better, or is it the Sox are that overrated? Neither. This is the game of baseball, and it can happen to anybody. Here's the 3-1, swinging a foul by Cam Smith, and the count's 3-2. Astros got started in the 6th inning as Cam Smith was hit by a pitch. Brown won this duel. He did, but there's still a ways to go. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 3-0 Astros. Richards sets, kicks, deals. Bouncing ball to third. Miguel Vargas with a long throw to first. It's in time. And the inning is over. Time to stretch on the south side. Astros 3, White Sox nothing. White Sox are with some work to do on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters? It's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world.
What'd you get there?
Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th, and Hunter Brown is still on the mound as Carroll drives one to right. Cam Smith under it. He's got it. 1 out in the 7th. 3-0 Astros. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Astros. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 big error for the White Sox. Colson Montgomery is up with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Montgomery is 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. The Rays have already won. They've beaten Cleveland. So the White Sox have 8 outs to play with to try and come back and get this one. Here's a fastball low and outside for ball 1 at 97. Want to sponsor an inning during our baseball broadcast? Drop an email to drop an email to snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com. Brown from the chest high delivers. Swinging a bouncing ball right side. Christian Walker up with it. The toss to Brown is in time. 2 down in the inning. (3-1) on that put out. And there's 2 out in the 7th. Tomorrow we'll start at 2:10. That's the first pitch. And our pregame show will begin at 1:40. 1:40 with the pregame show called First Pitch. I know it's usually called That SMSN Pregame Show, but getting the specifics back. Andrew Benintendi to the plate, takes a changeup high and wide for ball 1. Benintendi is 0 for 2 against Hunter Brown. He has struck out twice, hitting at .242 at present moment. Brown has thrown 86 pitches to date and has a 3-0 lead. From the windup, here's the pitch. Outside with a sinker, and it's 2-0 to Andrew Benintendi. Now the Cubs have tacked on a couple more in the Burgh, and they lead the Pirates now 10-0. They're in the bottom of the 7th in Baltimore, and the Orioles lead the Braves 2-1. 87 pitches for Hunter Brown to date. The pitch, swing and a miss on a sinker, and the count's 2-1. Brewers lead the Rockies 7-2. They're in the top of the 7th in Brewtown. Twins lead the Athletics 2-0, bottom of the 6th inning. Brown is just getting it and throwing it. He's gone through 6 2/3 as Benintendi slashes that one foul out of play. Rangers lead the Mariners 5-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Dodgers lead the Mets 4-1. Andy Pages has driven in a run. Bottom 7 in St. Louis. Cardinals lead the Reds now 7-0. Martinez the win for Tampa. Baker the save. Swing and a miss, and that's that. White Sox up and out in order. 9 in a row retired by Hunter Brown. We go to the 8th. Astros 3, White Sox 0. Back with more after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
Upcoming schedule for our broadcast. Tomorrow with the Astros at 2:10, and then 4 with the New York Yankees to close out the homestand And then beginning Friday, we go to Tampa for 3 with the East leading Rays. We go to the 8th, and Jeremy Pena takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. So a couple big pieces the White Sox need. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2 on a changeup. And I totally said the name of a reliever wrong. The target, Mason Miller. I just remember the name Miller, so I apologize for that, folks. Mason Miller could be a big White Sox target at the trade deadline, which is August 3rd. 0-2 to Jeremy Pena, who's 2 for 3 on the night. The pitch, swinging a slap to right. That's through for a hit. 5th hit of the night for the Astros, and Pena is now 3 out of 4 and is working toward our player of the game. Doggone it. Yordan Alvarez slaps the first one foul out of play for strike 1. Alvarez is 0 for 2. Jeremy Pena. Oops. That's what I wanted. Wrong button. Jeremy Pena is now 3 out of 4 for the night, and he's slowly gaining our player of the game status. Alvarez swings and misses, and Pena takes off for second. Trevor Richards on for his second inning of work. And that last pitch got the umpire right in an area where it shouldn't get him. I should know, it's happened to me. 0-2 to Alvarez. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the 8th. White Sox have 6 outs to work with to come back and get this one and stretch the lead in the Central. And they do have that ability. They've got the offense to do it, but Hunter Brown was dealing tonight. So kudos to it'll be a race between Hunter Brown and Jeremy Pena for our SMSN player of the game. Here's Isaac Paredes, who turns, and Richards turns and throws towards second, but no throw. Richards is ready. The pitch, high with a fastball, and the count's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. And we got to go see Tampa Bay has won tonight. They're just rolling in the East Division, and we got to go see them next weekend. The 1-0. Fastball strike right down the middle, and the count's even 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jeremy Pena at second. Paredes with a 2-run single in the 6th, which Montgomery misplayed, and all 3 runners came around to score. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. That is the big hit of the ball game for the Houston Astros. Player of the game for the White Sox just might be Sean Burke. He threw 101 pitches through 6 innings, including a 13-pitch classic to end the inning against Christian Walker. The pitch on the way, a liner to right. That's down for a base hit. Pena rounds third. He's headed home. Montgomery's throw, and it is not in time. And the Astros now lead 4-0. So Paredes has driven in 3. He's driven in all 4, but 3 of the 4 are earned. So it might be Isaac Paredes that will be our player of the game tonight. But Isaac Paredes, man, that was there too, but the ball bounced out of Edgar Carroll's glove. Man, Isaac Paredes has killed us tonight. So 4-0 with 1 out in the 8th, and a fastball to Jose Altuve. Makes the count 1-0. Who do you guys think our player of the game should be? Should it be Jeremy Pena, Sean Burke, or Isak Paredes? Let us know down below. Here's a foul on a play, and the count's even at 1-1. 4-0 Astros here in the top of the 8th inning. What's going on, Pizzle? Good to see you. Altuve 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a line out, coming in at 236. The Mr. Vargas says go Stros, and I like the Stros. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2 on Altuve. And I like the Astros. I do. I like both of these teams. I'm a native South Sider, and the White Sox are my team. Tyler Schweitzer now throwing for the White Sox. 1-2 to Altuve. The pitch on the way, swinging a pop-up. First base side, Murakami over in foul territory, gives it a look, has it, 2 down in the inning. So Altuve is retired. And Brian Abreu now throwing for the Astros along with Enyo De Los Santos. 4-0 lead. Both bullpens are busy. And here is Trammell. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count's 0-1. Taylor Trammell at 231. 3 homers. He's driven in 12, making his 50th appearance. So it's a friendly love-hate with Chicago. You know, Mr. Vargas, like I said, I love both of these teams. I do. I love both of these teams. The White Sox are one of my original teams. Swing and a miss by Trammell, and the count's 0-2. He says, I have family in Chicago, Southsiders too, so it's a friendly love-hate with Chicago. It is. I'd love to see these two teams play for the American League Championship this year, but a long way to go to get there. I would love to see it. We played each other in 2021, and the Astros were the far superior team. 0-2 to Trammell, low and outside with a changeup, and the count's 1-2. Thanks to the folks at Pure Adrenaline Sports for stopping by. Thanks to Jonathan Hood, Under the Hood with Jay Hood himself, for stopping by. Really appreciate that. 1-2 to Taylor Trammell. Pinch hitting here in the 8th inning. Richards from the set. He'll toss to first to check on Paredes, a soft toss. And the runner is back safely. So, Mr. Vargas, I'm kind of torn because I like both of these teams. They played Trammell to pull, so they have a modified shift on. 1-2, fouled out of play, and the count stays where it is at 1-2. To Jeremiah and Mr. Vargas, well, they did sweep us in the World Series. That was 2005. But you know how, Mr. Vargas, do you know how competitive that series was? 6 runs. The pitch. Low. They check at third. No swing. Correct call. And the count's even at 2-2. Well, they did sweep us in the World Series, says Mr. Vargas. You know what? That series could have gone either way, my friend. 6 runs separated those two teams. And I yelled my brains out in game 2, especially because I was there. 2-2 the count to Taylor Trammell. The pitch. Fouled out of play, and we'll do it again. Astros lead 4-0, trying to secure the series and go for the sweep tomorrow. Last time the White Sox were swept at home this year, it occurred against Boston right before they returned the favor to the Oakland Athletics before the All-Star break. The pitch, changeup, missed it upstairs, and the count is now full at 3-2. Runner at first, and Isak Paredes, 2 down in the top of the 8th. Astros 4-0. They lead. That's only the run here in the 8th inning for the Astros is only the second run they've scored outside of the 6th. And there's a swing and a miss, and Trammell is gone, and so are the Astros. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Now we really got some work to do. Astros 4, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters? It's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world.
What'd you get there?
Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling.
I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course.
Brian Abreu is on, making his 39th appearance. He's thrown 35 innings, has a 5.14 ERA. Hunter Brown, I keep forgetting to start this thing. I'm making a separate recording, audio recording. Brian Abreu on to start the bottom of the eighth. Hunter Brown goes 7, gives up 2 hits, no walks, strikes out 8. Abreu deals to Braden Montgomery, and he slaps one to left for a base hit to start the 8th inning. Arku is with us, says Seattle has fallen off this year. Cal Raleigh has fallen off. And the West is winnable for the Astros. The West is winnable for the Astros. In fact, when Ryan McCarthy and I did our division predictions at the top of the year, I picked Houston to win the West. Tristan Peters stands in 1 for 2 on the night. Abreu's pitch outside with a fastball for ball 1. My division champions what in the world? I lost my feed. I'm sorry. When we did our picks for the division champions, I said White Sox, Astros, and Blue Jays. The only one that is solid right now is the White Sox, even after the way they started the year. It's 2-0 to Tristan Peters, and Yainer Diaz is coming out to talk to Brian Abreu, who is on to pitch the 8th inning. 4-0 Astros. Braden Montgomery on with a base hit to left. We've seen the White Sox come back before. They faced this deficit against Atlanta and wound up winning it in the 10th inning. But this Houston pitching has been strong the first 2 games. Abreu looks in, gets his sign. And now to the set position. A 2-0 to Peters. High and wide, 3-0. The White Sox have only had 1 runner on base the two scoring chances they've had. The 3-0 to Peters. Right down the middle for a strike with a fastball, and it's 3-1. Final from Philadelphia, the Yankees beat the Phillies 3-1. They secure that series. Austin Wells went 1 for 2 on the night. Jason Dominguez also 1 for 2. The pitch on the way to Peters, a swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play to the left, and the count is now full at 3-2. Nick Allen is taking over for Jose Altuve at second base. That's the only defensive change for the Astros besides the pitching change. Orioles and Braves are now tied at 2. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Montgomery leads away from first. Peters stands in and calls time. Brewers lead the Rockies 7-2. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th in Minnesota. Twins lead the Athletics 2-0. 3-2 the count to Tristan Peters. On the way. Swinging a bouncer foul. First base side. We'll do it again. Bottom of the 7th in New York. The Dodgers lead the Mets 4-1. Three and two the count. Nobody out. Runner at first. Abreu's pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Foul out of play. We'll do it again. Now you're getting Peters to chase. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Brian Abreu in relief of Hunter Brown, who is in line for the win, as Sean Burke is in line for the loss for the White Sox. 3-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Braden Montgomery, in case you're just tuning in, the Astros got 3 in the 6th, a 2-run single, a 2-base error, which allowed the bases to be cleared because the bases were loaded at the time. So 3 runs in the 6th, 2 of them earned. And the White Sox trying to fight back. Here it comes. Ball 4. So 2 on and nobody out for the White Sox here in the 8th inning. Again, our scoring recap. Nothing until the 6th inning when the Astros got 3 runs. One of them was unearned on a 2-run single by Isaac Paredes. Braden Montgomery misplayed the ball in right field, which allowed the 3rd run to score. And then they got 1 in the 8th on a run-scoring single from Isaac Paredes. So Isaac Paredes for the Astros looks like our player of the game. Here is Chase Mydroth, who is 0 for 2 on the night. The pitch on the way, low, ball 1. Mydroth 0 for 2, a fly out and the ground out, hitting at 276 at present moment. 1-0 the count to Chase Mydroth. Montgomery at second. The pitch, strike call into the inside corner. The count's even 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Bennett Sousa now up and throwing for the Astros. Montgomery at second. The pitch on the way. A swing and a bouncer foul. Third base side, and the count's 1-2. And Mydroth knew he swung at a ball. Swung at ball 2 on that one. Montgomery at second. Peters at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning. White Sox trying to conjure up some more magic. 1-2 the count. The pitch to Mydroth. Swinging a foul. Just got a piece of that cutter. And they're making Abreu throw pitches in this inning. This is the first time all night that the White Sox have had more than 1 runner on base. And I think the White Sox got lucky. 1-2 pitch. They offer, and the home plate umpire says he did swing. And Mydroth says, no, I didn't. Let's have a look. Or are they not going to take a look at it? So Mydroth is gone. And indeed, he did swing. So there's 1 out in the 8th. Now here's Edgar Caro. 4-0 Astros here in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch to Caro is low for ball 1. And there are 2 pitches in that at bat that Mydroth swung at that he should not have, and he knows it. Caro 0 for 2 on the night. He does have a pair of home runs on the season. 1-0. The pitch to Caro is outside, 2-0. Astros and White Sox, Game 3 tomorrow, 2:10 Eastern time for the first pitch, 1:40 for our pregame show. Abreu sets, kicks and fires. Inside, they look at third, no swing, it's 3-0 to Edgar Caro with leadoff hitter Sam Antonacci in the hole, along with Mune. And you want to get this to the heart of the order if they're the White Sox with a chance to get back in this game. The pitch, right down the middle for a strike, 3-1 with a fastball. 4-0 Astros. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Brandon Keeler just texted me saying, is it sold out? I think so. The pitch, swing and a miss on a slider. Doggone it. And the count's 3-2. And it was in the zone. You had to take a hack at it. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. 4-0 Astros. They're trying to secure the series against the White Sox. Abreu from the stretch. And the payoff. Swinging a foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 down in the 8th. The payoff pitch, swing a ground ball to second. Oh, it's off the glove, and the throw to first is in time. They'll move the runner up. Extractor Games is with us, AB Media with us from Indianapolis. So Caro barely thrown out at first, and now there's 2 out in the 8th inning. Nick Allen fumbled the ball at second. He was able to get to the ball in time. Carol, why'd you... Oh, wait a minute. Did his foot come off the bag? No, his foot did not come off the bag. So now we got a pitching change. Oh, baby. That was close. That was very, very close. All right. We got a pitching change. We'll tell you the new pitcher after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters? It's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast?
No thanks, we're good.
They're always in their own world.
What'd you get there?
Twice the work. Twice the surprises.
Just try it.
But if you think of it that way.
All right, Bennett Sousa now on for the Houston Astros, making his 8th appearance, 5 1/3 innings pitched with a 5.06 ERA. He'll face the next set of left-handers and Sam Antonacci with 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. So Randall Grichuk will pinch it for Antonacci, and Grichuk takes the slider down low for ball 1. Grichuk at 245, 9 homers. He's driven in 24. Munetaka Murakami is on deck. There's 2 outs in the 8th. Everybody that's in the chat right now, let me know where you're watching and or listening from. 1-0, low, 2-0. And if Grichuk reaches, the tying run will come to the plate in front of a full house at Rate Field. Most of the games this year have been a full house as the White Sox got warmer and the weather got warmer. 2-0 the count here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sousa kicks, deals, swinging a slap foul, third base side on a curveball, and the count's now 2-1. This is the 4th youngest team in the majors in the Chicago White Sox, and they are competing like they're competing like veterans against a veteran club like Houston, who has won World Series titles before. A slider swung on, missed, and the count's 2-2 to Randall Grichuk. I have to wonder if they should have left Antonacci in for the lefty-on-lefty matchup. But Will Venable sends up Randall Grichuk. 2-2 the count, 2 out, 2 on in the 8th. On the way, swinging a high pop-up, first base side, backing up is Christian Walker. He's got it, inning over. Ah, man, oh man, that's a letdown. So the White Sox get 2 hits in the inning and no runs. Well, they get 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. That's how I needed to say it. Done with 8. We go to the money frame. Astros 4, White Sox nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
To the top of the 9th, and lefty Tyler Schweitzer making his 9th appearance, 15 2/3 innings pitched. 4.02 ERA. He'll face Christian Walker to start the 9th, and he delivers a fastball outside for ball 1. One and 0 the count. The pitch. Outside, 2-0. Another fastball. Two and 0 the count. The pitch on the way. Swinging a grounder foul by Christian Walker. And the count's now 2-1. We're in the top of the 9th. Astros 4, White Sox nothing. 4-6-0 for the Astros. 0-3-1 for the White Sox. On the way, swing and a miss, and the count's now even at 2-2 to Christian Walker. Walker hit a home run last night. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Tyler Schweitzer on to pitch for the White Sox, their 3rd pitcher of the evening. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Astros. 6 is in the box right now in the form of Christian Walker. Schweitzer from the set. The lefty kicks and deals. Low with a changeup. And the count's now full at 3-2. It would be such a letdown for the White Sox to lose this one. But the biggest play of the game, and I've got to mention it, is the error by Brayton Montgomery, which made it a 3-0 game instead of keeping it at a 2-0 game, as that pitch is fouled out of play. And the count stays where it is at 3-2. That error by Brayton Montgomery gave the Astros the breathing room they needed. But the good news is the Rays beat Cleveland, so we're still a game and a half at the very least in front. Fastball inside, called a ball, and that's ball 4. And Schweitzer puts the leadoff runner aboard in the form of Christian Walker. Yainer Diaz comes to the plate, 0 for 3, a fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out, hitting at 234. Currently on the year. 4-0 Astros here in the top of the 9th inning. Schweitzer deals. Bouncing ball foul, third base side. And the count is now 0-1 to veteran catcher Yainer Diaz. Oh and 1 the count. Nobody out. Runner aboard here in the top of the 9th inning. Schweitzer kicks and fires, swinging a bouncing ball foul, third base side. And the count is now 0-2. We'll have our story, excuse me, we'll have a wrap-up of this game during our postgame show and the wrap-up story on WatchSMSN.com immediately after this ball game completes. 2 strikes the count to Yainer Diaz. The pitch on the way, a swing and a high pop-up into center. Under it is Tristan Peters. He's got it. 1 down in the 9th. I've seen the White Sox make 9th inning rallies before. And everybody's waiting for this bubble to burst, which leads me to this. What if it doesn't? What if this bubble doesn't burst until October and this young team gets the experience under Will Venable to go even further, either this year or next year? 1 out in the 9th, and here is Lucas Spence. He takes a slider downstairs and outside for ball 1. We started at 7:10 tonight, Eastern time. Lucas Spence is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Spence in the left-handed batter's box. Schweitzer delivers. Fastball strike right down the middle, and that'll even the count at 1-1. Once again, Tampa Bay defeats Cleveland 3-0, and we see Tampa Bay to begin August. And that's next Friday. The pitch, swinging a drive to center. Tristan Peters got it. 2 down in the 9th. Biggest play of the game, and for the people who say I don't call a game fair and want to accuse me of being a homer, let me say this. Biggest play of the game is Brayton Montgomery's error in right field in the 6th inning, which led to all 3 runs scoring instead of just 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Cam Smith, who started that 6th inning rally being hit by a pitch. And the count's 0-1. We'll be here with you tomorrow at 1:40 Eastern for a 2:10 first pitch. And get you ready for Astros and White Sox tomorrow. The pitch on the way is popped up into center. Tristan Peters jogging in. He's got it. The inning is over. We'll tell you the rest of what we got planned tomorrow after the break. Last chance for the White Sox. They trail 4-0 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps,
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, Say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
If you're the kind of...
To the bottom of the ninth inning we go, and the White Sox have some work to do, trailing 4-0 to the Houston Astros. They got 3 in the 6th and 1 in the 8th. And that's the 4 runs for the Astros. Their damage came in the 6th inning when they got 3 runs. One of them was unearned. Here is Munetaka Murakami to lead off the 9th. And Bennett Sousa will face him. Hunter Brown started. Brian Abreu came in, and now it's Bennett Sousa trying to close it out. Here's the pitch to Murakami, a slider for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Murakami is 1 for 3, singled in the 4th inning. The 0-1 from Sousa, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Man, I'll say it again. I'm a fan of both of these teams. So I'm kind of torn on this one because I've been following the Astros for a while, and the White Sox are my home team. 0-2 the count, bottom of the 9th. The pitch to Mune is low and inside with a slider, and the count is 1-2. The Orioles just walked off on the Braves, and they win it 3-2. Brewers lead the Rockies 8-2. They're in the top of the 9th in Milwaukee. Murakami 1 for 3, facing lefty Bennett Sousa. The pitch on the way, a slider, low and inside. That'll even the count at 2-2. Josh Hader, the Astros closer, is up and throwing in the Astros bullpen. And he's a heck of a closer, too. 2-2 the count. The pitch to Mune, bounced foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Ay. Again, tonight, just like it was last night, the 6th inning has doomed the White Sox. They gave up 8 last night in the 6th and 3 tonight. Biggest play was Braden Montgomery's error in the 6th inning to allow the bases to be clear. The pitch, low, and the count's full 3-2. Got the feeling that if Murakami reaches, we may see Josh Hader. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mune. Sousa leans in, has his sign, now comes set. And the payoff pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into right center field. At the wall, got it. Lucas Spence makes the catch as Murakami just missed getting one out of here, and there's 1 out in the 9th. Doggone it. One of the things I'm going to have to work on is tracking the field and keeping in mind who the fielders are. Miguel El Tigre Vargas is up. He's 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive to right center field. That's down for a base hit. So El Tigre is on his way to second as that ball was fumbled by Lucas Spence, and Vargas is safe at second base. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the 9th. So Vargas was going to pull up at first with a 1-out single, and then the ball was fumbled by Lucas Spence in right center field, and Vargas took off and got to second standing up. Great job by Vargas. So he'll run it second. First error of the night for the Astros, and here is Colson Montgomery. Montgomery stands in facing Bennett Sousa. Vargas at second, 1 out in the ninth. And the pitch. A swing and a fly ball foul down the right field line. And the count's 0-1. Montgomery 0 for 3, a fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out. His average has dropped to .216. The Indiana native back in the left-handed batter's box. Sousa from the stretch. And the pitch. Bounced foul off of Montgomery. Ouch. The count's 0-2, and Montgomery's going to need a minute. That's going to sting. And he found it right off of his right leg. That's going to hurt. Remember, Monday, Colson Montgomery fouled one right off of his shin in Texas. And he does it again tonight, right below the knee. Ugh. Yow. That is going to hurt. Surprised his knee didn't shatter. And the trainer is out now looking at Montgomery, who is limping. So Montgomery's going to head back to the batter's box. So he's going to stick it out. Rally caps on the south side for the White Sox. They trail 4-0. And that foul ball was right in about the same spot. Montgomery fouled one off of his right shin in Texas and did it again here tonight. What is about Texas teams and foul balls off of Montgomery? Find out later. 0-2 the count. Sousa kicks and fires. Swing and a drive to right. Back goes Smith. That's down. Miguel Vargas will come in to score. Montgomery heads for second. He's in with a 1-out double. The White Sox are on the board. Or 1-out single, I beg your pardon. Montgomery couldn't make it to second because of his leg, but he is on the board with an RBI, and it's 4-1. Now you have to wonder if we're gonna see Josh Hader. And Montgomery was limping out of the batter's box. So a single for Montgomery. Will he be run for is the question. And Josh Hader is coming in. So we got a break. Josh Hader is going to be the new pitcher. An error leads to an unearned run. 4-1 in favor of the Astros. Back with more after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Ryan, say the tag.
We're
Josh Hader on the pitch for the Astros, making his 22nd appearance, 19 and a third innings pitch, a 1.40 ERA. He is 11 for 11 in saves, looking for his 12th save tonight. And to secure the series for the Astros, Luis Angel Acuna is in, and he waves at the first pitch for strike one. Acuna batting in the fifth spot for Andrew Benintendi. And indeed he did swing. Couldn't hold it up in time. Montgomery at first, one out. The pitch, low. Good stop behind the plate by Yainer Diaz. And the count is now even at 1-1. Montgomery at first, one out, one in here in the ninth inning. White Sox trying to mount a rally. Montgomery, who fouled a ball off of his right shin, stands at first. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's 1-2. We'll be with you Monday for the opener with the White Sox and the Yankees at 7:40 for the first pitch, 7:10 for our pregame show. 1-2 the count to Luis Angel Acuna. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Acuna's gone. And there's two down in the ninth, and the White Sox are down to their final at bat. Man, Hader just comes in throwing gas, and Acuna knew he couldn't hold up. Two down in the ninth, a run home for the White Sox. And here is Braden Montgomery. Hader from the set. Kicks and deals. A sinker inside for ball one. Montgomery is 1 for 3, a single in the eighth inning. White Sox had a chance to rally in the eighth and couldn't do it. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul out of play. And the count's now even 1-1. So Josh Hader, the Astros closer, is now on to pitch. He has struck out Luis Angel Acuna for the second out of the ninth. Montgomery's still at first, and Braden Montgomery at the plate, 1 for 3 with a 1-1 count. The pitch, line foul out of play. Count is 1-2, and the White Sox are down to their final strike. 2:10 Eastern time tomorrow for our first pitch, 1:40 for the pregame show. And then Monday, we welcome the Yankees for a 4-game series to close out the homestand. And then Friday, we go to Tampa to see them for a weekend series in St. Petersburg. 1-2 to Braden Montgomery. Hader steps off, doesn't throw, and that counts as a disengagement. So Montgomery steps back into the batter's box. Colson Montgomery at first. Hader from the set. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Foul out of play. Count stays where it is at 1-2. Victor Locke is with us. What's up, Victor? H-Town struck first. And again, it was the sixth inning that potentially has done the White Sox in for the second straight night. Hader comes home outside with a slider, and the count's even 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two down here in the bottom of the ninth. Braden Montgomery is ready. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the game is over. So Braden Montgomery strikes out. White Sox get a run on a hit, and they leave one. And that's the ball game, folks. Final score, the Astros 4 and the White Sox 1. They've taken the first two in this series, with one to go tomorrow, and that will take care of that. We'll come back with the postgame show after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central on the Sertoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, side, right side. Commanders, where's my soldiers? Left side.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Frustrating night for the White Sox as the Astros win again with another sixth inning. Astros got 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 8th, and the White Sox got their run in the 9th. In the final, the Astros take the first 2 of this series by a final of 4-1. Final totals on the board look like this. For the Astros, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. For the White Sox, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. They also left 5 on base. Hunter Brown is the winner. He's 2-1 on the year. Sean Burke takes the loss at 7-5, and Josh Hader gets his 12th save of the year. Our player of the game is Isaac Paredes tonight. He drove in 3 of the 4 runs. In fact, he drove in all 4, but only 3 of those were earned on a bad misplay by Braden Montgomery in right field, which cleared the bases and allowed the Astros to pick up 3 runs instead of 2. And that's the difference in tonight's game. 4-1 is your final. We threw the first pitch at 7:11 Eastern. Time of the game, 2 hours, 44 minutes in front of a full house of 30,029 at Rate Field. Tomorrow, White Sox and Astros wrap up this 3-game series, and then Monday, we'll welcome the New York Yankees for 4. First of 4. Monday is a 7:40 start. Tomorrow, 2:10 is our first pitch. 1:40 is our pregame show. And then Snowman in the Morning will come back to you on Monday morning. Thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight. And something else I want to start doing one more time is the accountability report. We didn't get the graphics done in time. And instead of walking away and saying, screw it, I'm not going to go on until I have everything together, I decided to push the button, went live, had a good audience tonight, including Jonathan Hood, who just made me all kinds of smiley tonight with his comments. So Jonathan Hood, I love you, brother, and I thank you very much. A Pizzle, I thank you. Victor, I thank you, and I thank everybody that joined in tonight. We had a nice size house, and I want to continue to do this with more baseball. Monday Night Baseball features the White Sox and the Yankees from Rate Field on the south side. First of 4 between those two teams, and next Friday we go to Tampa for a 3-game series with the Tampa Bay Rays in a matchup of division leaders. Cleveland loses to Tampa Bay tonight. That final was 3-0, so the White Sox remain a game and a half in front of the Cleveland Guardians heading into tomorrow. Okay, boys, we got to get this one tomorrow and take care of business and stay in front in the American League Central. Your final one more time. Astros 4, White Sox 1. Astros now 52-54 on the year. White Sox are 54-49 on the year. We'll see you tomorrow at 1:40 for the pregame show and the first pitch at 2:10 between the White Sox and the Astros. We'll have the link out by noon. Spread it to everybody. We're going to be on all kinds of platforms. We hope that you enjoyed it as we enjoy bringing it to you. God bless you, everybody. My name is Brian Snow for the crew here at the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Thank you. God bless you. And we'll see you tomorrow from the South Side. So long, everybody.
Preceding has been a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.